What's up, Amazon sellers? It's Rob Cosman from sellingfromthebeach.com. And in this video, we're going to talk about buying and selling back on Amazon, buying from Amazon and selling back on Amazon. So for a lot of people, this might blow your mind that this is acceptable and you can do it, but we're going to go through a little bit of kind of high level how you do it. And if you think that this is something you want to learn more about, I dive a little deeper in my OA Masterclass, so oamasterclass.com/webinar, and I have an on-demand webinar there where you can go and I dive a little bit deeper into all things selling on Amazon. But this training, we're only going to talk about flipping on Amazon, so Amazon flipping. Amazon is one of my biggest suppliers for my online arbitrage business, and also what I teach in my Masterclass course is flipping on Amazon. So this, I'm going to tell you kind of how it works. In my actual course, I dive much deeper into how you go about actually finding good flips and how to, basically make them show up in your inbox and where to go. And each day kind of various processes of how I always find them and how I find great flips. So what you see right here is what I call like my 4X. So on Amazon, Amazon is the biggest retailer out there, right? So online retailer. So you can buy from Amazon and sell back on Amazon, the exact same item that you bought from them. Amazon's a seller of a lot of things. And like any other place, there can be deals, there can be discounts, there could be, end of season clearances, there could be pricing errors, there could be price matching. So there's all kinds of reasons why you can buy. So I have this, because I do it in Canada and the US, even though I live in Costa Rica. I have the luxury of, I go back and forth across the border with my goods. So every time I look at an item on Amazon, I kind of evaluate it 4 different ways. So if I'm spending the time to look at one item, I look, where could I sell it? So could I sell it, if I'm looking at it and say I see it on Amazon.ca, can I sell it on .ca and then flip it onto .com? Can I sell it back on .ca? Can I sell it .com on .com or .com to .ca? So that's how you've got the whole flow, like between all the different countries. You can sell it back on CA, you can sell it back on .com, you can cross the borders, whatever works. So every time I'm looking at something, I am evaluating it 4 different ways to see, okay, where could I sell it and how could I sell it? So I'm going to go through just a little high level of Amazon flips and kind of how you can go about doing them. And then I'm actually going to show you one right now. We'll pause the video, I'll jump to another one, and we'll go on live and I'll show you a flip, a good potential flip, how you can make some money on it right now. So yes, you can buy from Amazon and sell back on Amazon. Okay. Awesome supplier. I talked about the 4 different models. What you don't want to do is you don't want to use an account that has Prime benefits, because if you read the terms and conditions, you're not supposed to use Prime for reselling. So I suggest signing up for a business account. You can get one of those if you're a corporation or a sole prop, I'm pretty sure. You can sign up and it's a separate account. Just use a different email from your regular Seller Central. Get a different a standalone Amazon business account. Don't get the Prime benefits on it. And then you can use that. And once you get that one account, you can actually use that on .com or .ca, the same one. Okay. So I have one business account. It's my corporation, and I use it on both .com and .ca. Okay. Here's an example. This is one toy that I was pretty sure this was one of the toys I was buying this Christmas. I was just buying from Amazon. Just buy them out, sell it right back on Amazon. So my strategy with that toy was, Amazon was the only seller. No one else seemed to have it. So I would basically buy them out. They would go out of stock, and then it was just me available. So I'd buy them for like 20, 25 bucks. And I think I was selling for like 60 to 70, depending on, kind of the time. And yeah, so then Amazon would come back in stock. Now that's obviously a risk when you're doing Amazon flips, but they come back in stock for, only like maybe a day or half a day, and then they'd sell back out, and then boom, my offer's up there. So they come back in for a little bit. The sales rank would go awesome again because it's low, and then they'd sell out and I'd still get a bunch more sales even at my higher price. Okay. So what exactly sourcing from Amazon is explained. So there's 2 different ways. You're either going to buy it at a discount and sell it at kind of the normal price, right? Like I always say that you're either selling something at a normal price, not MSRP. It's just kind of whatever the normal average is. Quite often it is an MSRP or suggested retail price. So two strategies. Either one, you're buying it at a discount deep enough to sell it at that normal price to make a profit, or you're buying it to sell above the normal price to make a profit due to hard to find, out of stocks, that kind of thing, right? So those are kind of the two main models. Now, if you're buying something at a discount and you're going to sell it at that normal price, you're pretty much capped at how much you can make. If you're buying something kind of at a normal and you're selling it above because of shortages or whatever, a little higher risk, obviously, because Amazon come back in stock or somebody else and selling it for the normal price, but you're not necessarily capped at how much profit you can make, right? Because if I know something's selling at 50 and I can buy it for 25, I'm only going to make so much profit between the 25 and 50. But if I'm buying it at 50 and I know it's hard to find, maybe I can sell it for 75. Maybe I can push my price to 80. Maybe my sales keep going, 90, 100. 200. I mean, it all depends on the item, of course, but you're not necessarily capped at how much you can make on it. So that's why I do like it. A little more risky, but I love doing it. So here's a Keepa chart. I'm going to go and I'm going to show you another one, but this is Amazon's always had it, consistently at about $110, and then for whatever reason it dropped all the way down to like 55. So that's your strategy where, okay, I'm going to buy it for 55 and I'm going to sell it back at 100. Maybe somebody else was on discount, maybe Walmart or Target, or, they were selling at a deal, so then Amazon just matched it. Maybe they were clearing it out. But anyways, now if I can buy that for 55 and sell it for 100 all day or 110, I mean, it's great. Why wouldn't you do it? So that's an example of an Amazon flip. Make sure you don't have the Prime benefits. You can pretty much get free shipping anyways. There's a minimum spend. I don't know what it is now, but I always hit it because I'm not buying one or two. I'm buying a bunch of items. Sometimes I have quantity limits, like 3 of a unit, 5. Other times they don't. So, I mean, I bought hundreds. I bought thousands of the same item from Amazon. Sometimes they don't have a limit. Other times you might have a good go and you buy 10 of them. There's no limit. And then you come back and they've actually put a limit on it. Sometimes the limits will reset. So you can buy it now and then you come back maybe a few weeks later or maybe a week and then you can buy some more. Don't try to play that game where you're like, oh, I'll buy some on my Prime and just don't do anything too risky, right? Amazon returns are easy. Obviously, you don't want to be returning a whole lot, but if they're sending you damaged stuff, then you can return them because they're damaged. Watch out for frustration free. So sometimes there's listings that Amazon would be selling that might have frustration free. Like for instance, Lego sets do, some of them. So you don't want to usually you can't sell on for frustration free packaging. I bought a Lego set before and it's frustration free. It comes in a box, which basically just like a box over the Lego set, which isn't really, it's like more packaging. But anyhow, buy that, open it up, boom, take the Lego set out, put it on the other listings. Just make sure you're watching the listing. Amazon sales will hold up for inauthentic claims. Sometimes, I don't know, it's a bit of a tip. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you put, like a gift, you're saying it's a collector item or you put in the notes like this is a gift. Sometimes if you're worried about them banging them up, if you're buying kind of collector stuff like Funkos or whatever, then maybe they'll put them in a bigger box. I don't know. Sometimes it works. I do it, but it always doesn't work. Obviously, there's risk to Amazon flips. One, the price, maybe it's a price decrease and the price never goes back up. You sell it and they keep matching you and they're willing to keep going down, 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 down. They ship you crappy items and then you have to return them. But, the risks, yeah, okay, but it's pretty good supplier. And the other thing is there's so much data with using Keepa and various tools. And there's just, I've got about 10 different ways that I use on a regular basis to find great flips. And I'm not going to dive into that now. We dive into that deeper in my masterclass. Yeah. But I mean, I'm always getting, every day I get multiple emails of Amazon flips that are coming in because I've done a little bit of work and they keep coming in. And then every day it's just like, yep, that's a good buy. Boom. And I can make a decision with, a few seconds. Yes, buy it. Boom. Right on my phone. So we're going to pause this video. I'm going to jump over to a live sourcing now, and I'm going to show you an example and kind of what I look at and something that if I were you, I would set a Keepa alert and probably buy it and flip it, make some money. Okay, so this is a Barbie Princess Adventure, Prince Ken doll, 12-inch, whatevs. Okay, so right now, $49.49. This guy's selling it. Japan E-Trade. 6 different sellers. I mean, this is where you start to go. So this is the .com listing. we'll look at the CA in a minute. I've got this little tool. I'll put a link down below. My buddy Tim McKay made this. It's really sweet. You look at a listing, either flip this listing to the .com or open up another tab. You do vice versa. It's pretty sweet. So this is where you figure out if you can make some money. So this is the Keepa chart. And what you've got here is when this little line comes in, see that says Amazon at $9.99. So Amazon comes into stock every once in a while. And then when they're not in stock, the going rate is like $40 or more, or even higher. I mean, these offers are $49.49. And you look at the Keepa rank, and yeah, it's good. It's not amazing, but it's still like this is selling daily at this rank at this time of the year for sure. So I mean, guys are totally flipping this. So then look, for instance, boom, come back in $9.99. The rank gets really good and then slowly goes up, but the ranks are still like, it's still selling, you know. And no, not every drop means it sells. I mean, that's when it registers and rechecks the rank. It can be definitely selling on the way up, but it's still selling. And you're jumping up at $44.99. So let's look a little closer here. So $9.99, Amazon comes in. They only come in for a hot minute, right? Like this is in pretty short. So what you do is you track the product. You set a Keepa alert. You say, okay, you're going to email me when the price hits a certain point, and hopefully it registers. You get an email, you click it, and then you buy it. You add it to your cart right there on your phone or at your computer, and you do it quickly. So it jumps back up. So if we could buy this at $9.99 and flip it for $49.49, what kind of money are we talking here? Yeah, $20. I do that all day. That's pretty good. It's a good flip, right? So that's one way. Now, this is pretty juicy at $50. I take that all day. But let's see what's on .ca. So in .ca, it's got not a great rank for .ca. You understand the ranks are a little different, .ca.com. But why? So it hasn't really sold much here. $87, that's why. Right? Like, has it ever been? Oh, okay. So it used to be in stock at like $14.20. Now, it hasn't been in stock for a long time by the looks of it. I mean, I don't know, registered maybe something there, I'm not sure. But I would still set a Keepa alert for this. So you can track the product. So when you go and you track it, you set up the alert, put in different price points, obviously, for Canada and US. You got to make sure that you don't sync the exact same one. You have to click a little button. So if you go to track product, I've already got it tracking, but you can track it for different markets. So in this, if I could buy it for, I mean, I don't know how often it's going to sell up here. You know, it's $70. I mean, it's like, this is where you got to have some sense. Like, people see this and they're like, oh my God, $87. And you're like, well, I don't think it's that big of a collector's item. Oh, it's pretty big, but I don't think you're going to get $90. Like, there's just some times where you're like, you see a stupid asking price because there's no real good offers. I don't think, yeah, like see, this is a prime offer though too. So he's trying to get $87 for it. He's got two in there. I mean, maybe it works. You get that, but I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. I think you'd probably be able to get, maybe you get $60 out of it. Maybe you get $16.99, something like that. If you pay $9.99 US plus a little bit of duties coming in, maybe it costs you like $50 all landed, $38. I mean, it's doable. Obviously, I don't think it's going to sell as quick on .ca, but there's been no real offers for how long. So then maybe you can get that $87. So anyhow, that's what I evaluate. So my process, I found this. I was led to this one. I found it. Okay, good flip. I look on .ca, evaluate it there. Can I buy it on .ca? Is it available? No, it hasn't been here for a while, but I still send an alert. You're planting those seeds to come back later. Set the alert for this one's $20.99. I probably set it for like $25 just in case it comes in at a higher amount. Set an alert there, and I'd also set an alert here. And when they come in, you better pull the trigger and buy it, because I think these are great flips. Now, I would look to see how many come in when they do come back in stock. If there is a lot, if all of a sudden there's 200 or 300, I might wait give it a few hours, come back, check the limit again, see what's actually there. If all of a sudden it was, let's say it was 300 and I came back in a few hours and it dropped to, like 260, I'm like, okay, this thing's moving. So then you can feel pretty good that, okay, you know what? As it gets closer to selling out, I'll buy the rest and, hopefully they don't restock, right? That's the rest. So hopefully this training helped you. If you want to dive deeper, check out my oamasterclass.com/webinar. I take you through a training with a little bit more. And in my actual full-blown class with over 10 hours, I give you leads. I've got a private Inner Circle Facebook group where I'm showing you exactly this. This is one that I would give to my group, and I'd say, go buy this and make money from it. So I provide that. I've got all kinds of bonuses, but if you want to get more serious into online arbitrage and Amazon flips, you should check it out.